disabilities checklist seems to be a tool that parents and teachers can use to diagnose maybe some problems they're noticing their child is having that are consistent and persistent over time. The list includes 8 different domains that has a list of behaviors, and those behaviors can be used as potential warning signs to diagnose learning disabilities. The first domain is gross and fine motor skills, and some of the warning signs include awkwardness holding a pencil, not being able to draw on the lines, being clumsy, knocking things over a lot, avoiding writing. The second domain in the checklist includes language, and this kind of has a wider variety of issues that could be noted. It could include early signs that there's delays in being able to use language. Later on in the child's development, it could be things like having trouble retelling a story or having trouble following a conversation, staying on topic. Could be trouble with being too loud or too soft when they're speaking. It could be mispronouncing words or having a limited vocabulary. And even later on, it could be having trouble with humor. Students struggling in the reading domain might indicate trouble with learning to read to begin with. You might notice they're confusing similar looking words. They might have trouble remembering different sight words. They'll read slowly, or they might even just show a general dislike in learning how to read. If a student is struggling in the math domain, they might have trouble with simple counting. They might have trouble memorizing different facts. They also, you might notice, struggle with estimating or telling time. From the language domain is the written language domain, and this mainly involves the actual symbols of writing. Students struggling in this domain might show initial delays in learning the symbols that we use in writing and with numbers. They might have trouble remembering them, or they might reverse them frequently. Later on, a student might indicate trouble copying. They might also just be generally disorganized in their writing. Also a social and emotional domain, and if a student is having trouble in this domain, typically they have trouble understanding other people's feelings and recognizing like teasing or sarcasm. They might also just have a general lack of awareness of themselves. In the attention domain, a student might exhibit behaviors like not being able to follow instructions or not following through with tasks. They might lose items a lot or be just disorganized. They might have trouble focusing on school tasks for a long period of time. Students also might be easily distracted. The final domain in the checklist is just called Other, and it seems to be a variety of skills that a student would demonstrate at older ages that wouldn't be developmentally appropriate. This is a great tool for teachers and parents to observe behaviors and make note of them, but I think we must remember that this is not meant to diagnose students. This just gives us one piece of the puzzle in terms of determining if a student has a disability.